Today is Thursday, August the 13th, 2015. Looking at the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop. And today in Los Angeles, skies were just full of chemtrails from horizon to horizon, from before sunup till after sundown. And the reason is because of this flow. It's monsoonal flow coming up into the our area, Los Angeles, Southern California. All of this here is just full of chemtrails. There's no rain. It was very hot. The humidity was low. Tonight, the humidity right now is about 21% at about 10 minutes to 10 p.m. This morning, the humidity was around 25%. Yesterday, it was 33% in the morning. And the day before that, on Tuesday, was 64%. So they've really dried the area out with these chemtrails, and steering the weather the way they have with the chemtrails is they've dried it out pretty good. So we're left with just hot, miserable weather when this system here should have brought rain, and all these thunderstorms here should have brought rain. There was plenty of thunderheads out on the eastern horizon, looking out towards the Palm Springs and all the desert areas out to the east. We could see a lot of thunderheads, up at 45,000 feet, and they were spraying those all day. And so that's what we get, is a lot of chemtrail mix and no rain. Meanwhile, this spinning low here is picking up a lot of moisture from this tropical monsoonal flow here. We can see what's happening there. They've got a transmitter on here still. It's sucking hot air into it, but it's spinning up. I'm not sure what's going to happen next. We see a knife edge forming here. And the interesting thing, take a look at what's happening right here. We've got this high and we've got a low right here, and so that's causing a kind of a strange effect here, where we've got a flow scooting right through here. And watch what happens right at this, where the pinpoint is. This flow comes right out through here, and it just sort of bounces off of this this wall right here. This could be a radar, phased array radar, that's cutting a nice straight edge here. And we see actually a backflow. Watch this. That flow hits up against a wall here, and we see a reflective backflow. Watch it carefully. It's almost like it bounces, the clouds are bouncing into something, and we see a shock wave bouncing back. So this is kind of an interesting thing here. We've got a radar that's causing a wall right here. None of this moisture is going to pass into this area right here. We've got this low here. They're dealing with that. They're trying to get this up over into Canada and out to the east by working with this. This is a high that's been artificially installed. Okay, now let's go look at Hilda. What's left of Hilda? That was blown apart this morning. Let's go take a quick look at that. Hilda was destroyed this morning, and it's rebuilt somewhat. Right here we can see it rebuilding. It was completely squashed out, nothing left of it, and then it came back. So this is just the remnants of Hilda. Whoops, let's go back again and look at this is the water vapor loop for Hawaii. And yeah, okay, that's the water vapor loop. Okay, so Hilda's pretty much done. This is the wide shot for the East Pacific. And I'm not sure what these people have up their sleeves. There are a lot of, mainly, let's look up here. Right up here, there's a very powerful low pressure that's spinning right here. They're hitting it with a transmitter. But this morning, the interior of this was all red. Very red. So this is a powerful storm moving out of the Bering Sea area, and they're going to have their attention on this real quick. I can see right here they're hitting that, the transmitter, And this moisture is running right into another HARP transmitter that's pointed right here. This is a low pressure right here, upper level low, and it's being surrounded by a transmitter to kill it off, to weaken it. And watch what happens to the flow from this new system. It's mushrooming right into the hot air that this transmitter has created. So this will not merge with that, and that's what they want. They don't want this joining up with that, because it'll have the same effect of what's happening here. This moisture flow is feeding this, and we can see what's happening here. This is actually rebuilding. This is not listed on the National Hurricane Center map, but they do have transmitters on this area. So obviously this is of concern to them. Whoever's running the transmitters and controlling the weather, they are concerned about this, and so they have the heat on this. Meanwhile, we've got heat here on this spinning low as that moves over the top. That's pretty much it. We've got a transmitter here. It's causing some clockwise rotation, and so we'll keep an eye on this. I'm not sure where they're going with all this, but the main mission was to keep the rain out of California today, and that's mainly where I base all of my logic for what's happening in the East Pacific, is the fact that California hasn't gotten much rain in the last 4 years, and they do everything they can to stop the rain, and that means chemtrailing the skies, HARP transmitters pointed at us, you name it. Okay, so that's where that logic comes from. All right, let's go ahead and look at the Eastern Pacific for a second. Sometimes we can figure out what's going on in the West Coast by looking what's going on back here in the eastern part of the country. So we've got a large spinning counterclockwise system here. We have a huge front moving to the northwest, and then we have something here that's being squashed out. This is a spinning low of some kind. I haven't really been looking at this map too often, but a lot of thunderstorms going on here. We have this clockwise high that's been spinning everything, causing the heat wave out in California. This is a very large spinning high pressure system, but look at all the thunderstorms that are in this spinning system. And we got some heat all through here. We've got a radar that's separating this flow from this flow here. So there's plenty going on. Tomorrow we'll take a look at this and see what happens here. This is interesting. They're keeping these separated for some reason. Okay. Alright, so that's basically it. The hurricane was squashed. Hurricane Hilda is gone. And we're left with just a lot of moisture out there by Hawaii. Meantime, California is basking in chemtrails and 100-degree temperatures. Alright, so that's it. We'll do another one tomorrow.